Welcome, everybody.
I'm going to go in and talk about Princess Answers because we have so much information in there. Princess Answers is a tool that we use, our reservation agents use. In fact, anytime I'm asked a question, that's the first place that I go. Or if I ask one of my team, they will say, Jen, did you check Princess Answers? Which they should. They need to keep me on my toes that way. So let me go ahead and get to get to Princess Answers. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. Here we are in Polar Online. I'm going to go to the homepage of OneSource, which you guys are all familiar with and logged in. I'm on the road today in Fort Lauderdale, super excited. I'm actually close to the studio where Carmen records Connect with Carmen. So I'm on my laptop. I do have it enlarged, but if it's hard to see, just give a shout out to Princess Partner Support, and they'll let me know, and I'll make the screen bigger. So a couple quick reminders before we get into Princess Answers. We've got a lot of material in here to help you when you can't remember where to go. And that's me, guys. I've been in Polar Online more in the past couple of months than I ever have in order to do these sessions, but I can't remember it all. So we have time-saving tips here under helpful short videos where you can actually pick out the video that has the thing that you want to do and kind of deep dive into it. You guys all know how to make a booking. But we have all kinds of other tips in here on, how to use answers. I can't remember what Jen said. We got a great article on it. When to use online chat versus OneSource chat, booking and managing groups, lots and lots of great tools there. We also have under our training tools, Polar Online Training. Sorry, that's the login. That's the login for our session here. So let me go ahead into our sales and marketing tools. We have some fantastic tools there. We've got booking tools, and under booking help, we have some quick and easy cheat sheets for you guys, but these are also available in Answers, and we're going to go over all of that today. Next up, let's just go ahead into Princess Answers. And I will share with you guys that one of my favorite things to do is save favorite articles. So I don't have any here, so I can show you how I do it. You guys are, in case you're not familiar with how to do it, but just giving you the rundown on this page here. This is the repository for everything that we get asked about. If you guys call in and ask us a question and we don't know and it's not in Princess Answers, you can bet we're going to go find out what the answer is to it and put it in here. So this is available to you 24/7. If you have a question late in your day or early in your day and we're not open, you can come right here, and 95% of the time or more, you should be able to get what you need. On the left-hand side, we have recently updated articles. This means we've made a change to the article, so it might be worth your while to check it out. On the right-hand side, we have featured articles. These are the articles that we think people most want to see. And I happen to have right next to me here some reporting from the Princess Answers team on the top articles that our TAs search for, as well as the top words. So when we look at those reports and we see what are people looking for, we try and put them right here so you don't even have to worry about searching for them. So the top articles for the past month, no one will be surprised that that is Plus and Premier, a lot of questions on that. Princess Vacation Protection, how to transfer a booking between agencies, cruise tour quick sheets, dining guides, and our Princess Glossary. So I want to stop for a minute and talk about Princess Glossary, which is right here under one of our featured articles. This was created based on a request for keywords. How do I find the thing that I'm looking for? Because the key to searching in Princess Answers is not to search like we all do in Google. And for those of you that are doing ChatGPT and AI, right, it's even farther away from that. So we want to type in keywords to try and bring the article back. And if you're not sure what the right keyword is, what the heck do they call it at Princess? This tool can really help you. And in many cases, we give you a link that takes you right to the place that you want to go. So we have Princess Vacation Protection, and for places that aren't eligible for vacation protection, we have at ease waiver. Gosh, I can only imagine that's a hard one to remember. But if you go to Princess Glossary, you're going to be able to see what it is, a little bit about what the program is, click on it, and it'll take you away. Beverage packages is going to take you to just the beverage package. And I know that's a little confusing now that we have Plus and Premier. But if I scroll down a little further, a lot further, let me go faster for everyone. We're actually going to see that we have Princess Plus and Princess Premier down here, and you can get right to the thing that you need. So if you're struggling with what word to use, I think that this can be a really, really great tool. And since we started talking about it in these sessions, we're seeing a lot more use of these tools. And you guys can see the number of views each tool has here, right? The more views it has, the more popular it is, the more information that we have available. So saving favorites. Let's talk about that that booking transfer, how to transfer a booking from an agency. So it's not in my most viewed articles today. It doesn't happen to be in my featured articles. So I'm going to go ahead and look for booking transfer. And wow, it just got right away from me there. You saw for a second, there was a drop down. It's the first answer that comes up, booking transfer policy. And while I'm here, if I click on this little star, that's going to save it as a favorite. And now when I go back to my homepage, I never have to save it again. It's right there. If I want to always have the latest and greatest on current sales and promotions, that's the thing that I look at all the time. I want to see what is Princess offering? What is the Black Friday sale going to be? How can I get this information so I know what's coming and what the promo codes are? I'm going to save it as a favorite. And when I come back, I have current sales and promotions saved under my favorites. Most viewed articles, I think, can be really, really helpful over here on the right-hand side of the page, right? Princess Vacation Protection, I told you, was the #2 article looked at in the whole system. So we have great content on this page. It's you can see we have 14,000 views over the time that this page has been in existence. We've got updates on here. We recently made an update for the state of New York. Princess Vacation Protection is no longer available. So we've posted that at the top of the screen. We have information that helps you see a confirmation example. We've got a reactive statement if you have clients I'm sorry, I said New York and I meant British Columbia, everyone. I apologize. Recently, we have been advised Princess Vacation Protection is no longer available in British Columbia. If you have Canadian guests who are asking you, what the heck is Princess doing and why would they do that? This insurer is no longer providing the plan in British Columbia and we're seeking alternatives. That's the same information we provide to our reservation agents internally. So if you call us to ask the question, that's really all we have to share until we get some of those alternatives. And as you scroll down the page, right, we've got all kinds of links to information. So you don't have to read the whole thing. You can read the table of contents and then you can click to the thing that you want to know about. So you can't quite remember what's the plan cost. I know it's a percentage of the cruise fare. I can click on this link for plan cost. I come right down to standard, platinum, what was the percentage of the fares and so forth and so on. So it can be a really, really, really helpful tool. I absolutely want to make sure that I share with everybody here how to share feedback on these articles. If let me take, for example, one of my other favorite articles, which is Turnaround Port Logistics over here on the right-hand side. So this article has information for all of the ports where we have turnaround logistics. We have embarkation, disembarkation, transfer options. So I'm going to pick one that I know a little bit about, which is, I've skipped it here. Sorry, guys. Let's go with Galveston. So if I click on Galveston, I have information about embarkation, including the flight guidelines, how to secure wheelchair assistance for my guests should they need it in the embarkation process and disembarkation process, which you can select through Polar Online through special service items. I can demo if anybody posts in the chat that they don't know how to do that. We also have guests with airport transportations on turnaround days, a lot of great information. But let's say there's something that you know about the Galveston operation that's really important and you think is missing from this article. You can click on this link right here that says share your feedback. and you can tell us what's missing or what is confusing in the article or what you expected to see in the article. Of course, you'll always share that feedback professionally. That's what we love about our relationship with you, our valued travel advisors. But this goes directly to the team that manages the Princess Answers database. And if they know the information to be true and they can add it right in, they will. If they're not sure, if they need to run it by a subject matter expert, they will. So it's not like Wikipedia. We can't all just go in there and change it. There is some oversight for it, but they have a really great turnaround time in terms of updating this information. And if you struggle with finding something and you're in here and you're like, dang it, I can't find it again, this is the place to go to share the feedback. It goes directly to the team who can make the change. And that goes for keywords as well. I have an example of a call that I listened to last week or the week before. A travel advisor needed to make a change to the email address at the agency level. And our agent on the phone tried so hard to understand what she was asking and find the information in Princess Answers. And in fact, I tried to do it after the call. I couldn't find it. Either. So I happened to have Mary Brink, who's on the call with us here, who said, Jen, I know exactly where it is. It's in this article. And it was just named really strangely. And that's why I couldn't get to it. So I was able to use the same process to say, hey guys, could we possibly update this article to make it easier for people to find how to change the email address at the agency level for the whole agency? So I'll just do this right here. Test, test, test. They'll know, hopefully, what I mean by that. You submit it, and you're done. Thank you. We appreciate your feedback. If you want to submit more information about this article, oh, I forgot. I want to put one more thing. You've actually got to go out of it and come back in again, and that way that link will repopulate. So just checking off my list to make sure that I've covered all the main topics. I did want to share an enhancement to Polar Online in terms of Plus and Premier. So one of the most frequently mentioned search articles is Princess Plus and Premier. So let me come right back here and share with you that this is the latest and greatest right here, Princess Plus and Premier enhancements. These talk about all the recent changes, including the casualty dining, I should know all these off the top of my head. The new casual dining and the delivery service and the rooms delivery service for room service, right? We have all this great information here, and these may be causing your clients to want to upgrade to Plus or Premier even more than they did previously. And you have to come in and figure out what the offer code is if you want to add it to a booking that already exists. So I'm going to show you a quick cheater on that. This is a booking I created in a test account, and this booking was created with no Plus or Premier. We can tell because I click on special requests and gifts, and there's nothing here. So I know that this is a standard fare, and when I go to booking information, I'm going to come down here to my offer code. And honestly, guys, you would think I would have these codes memorized with as often as I need to look at them, but I do not have them memorized, or sometimes I get one letter wrong. I can find those codes in Princess Answers lickety split, but I can also click on this orange magnifying glass. And when I do that, the offer codes pop up. So this is a huge, huge time saver, I think, for you when you're in Polar Online. If this is what the client wants, they want to upgrade from standard. They want to go all the way to Premier because they don't want to worry about a thing. They want the specialty dining. They want the all-inclusive casualty dining. They're going to have their Ocean Now access, all that great stuff. I know that the code is going to be Prem2. So I'll go in here and type in Prem2. Submit. I get my helpful message up here. My record has been updated. And now when I go to, I always save, guys. I don't know that we have to do that, but I'm a paranoid saver. So I'm going to go back to special requests and gifts. I'm going to scroll down. Look, there's all my wonderful things that are included. And then I can go to my pricing summary, and I can see my pricing change. And now what I should have done for you guys is show you query mode, because I've been asked a lot of questions about query mode. I'm not sure that that this group is going to like to see it again, post it in the chat so we know for future advanced classes if you think that that's not something that we need to cover here. But I'm going to go ahead and take the code off. So now we're back to standard fare, and I'm going to put the booking in query mode. So I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom of my screen here, bottom right hand of the screen. I'm going to pause for a second, enter query mode. That's what I'm going to click. So I've clicked enter query mode and everything turns purple, which is number one, my favorite color, but also lets me know that whatever I do the booking right now is not done in real life. I can make whatever changes are allowed in query mode, I can do it. I can see what happens. I can cancel the booking. I can look at cancel fees. I can add a guest. I can remove a guest. I can add a Plus and Premier package and see what the differences are. So when I come to pricing summary here, I can take a note of my pricing, which is $23.70 for the cruise fare and these additional things that I have on there. And I'm just going to jot down $58.32.60 for my gross total. Or sometimes I take a screenshot of it so I don't have to, write it down on a piece of paper. And then I'm going to go back and I'm going to go to my booking information page. I'm going to type in Prem 2 because we wanted to go to Premier. I get my record updated, which you guys saw in real time. And I'm going to save and go back. And then special requests and gifts. I can see they've all been added on here. In pretend, they're not really on the booking. And then I can go to my pricing summary. And I can let my client know, because if you don't want to write it down on a piece of paper and call them, you're doing this live while you're talking to them on the phone. Okay, that's going to bring the gross total of your booking up from that $58.32.60 to $79.25.40. That is the $80 per day for our 12-day cruise, plus there's a little change in our vacation protection, right? I should have jotted that down, but our vacation protection goes up a little bit when we add that, that Premier on because the cruise fare has gone up. And now if I head out of here and I scroll all the way down, and same spot here in the lower right-hand corner, I have exit query mode. I'm going to go back out. And I'm going to show you guys that my booking is exactly the way it was when I started. There's nothing here. There's no Premier. If I go to my pricing summary, I am back to my $58.32.60. So it's a really, really helpful tool. You can't do everything in query mode. You can't refare, which is probably what everybody here would like to do. I would like to see us be able to do it as well because that's really where the savings are at, but you can do refare through your rebook or refare page here. And then you can get all the way to the point where you can see what the new pricing is going to be. You can see what the onboard credits are, but you don't actually have to go through with it. It does just take a couple extra steps. So I know refare wasn't on the agenda. I hope you guys don't mind I go in and do refare, but I like to look at search by category list. I know my client is on a standard promotion because we were just adding on the Plus and the Premier. They are in a BE balcony, and because I just made this booking, there's really no other great promotions out there since yesterday, but I can refare them to this NGP promotion that includes Plus, right? If I didn't want to do it with the offer code. And then down here in the lower left hand corner, I can do fare comparisons. And this tells me everything that's available. And this is exactly what our reservation agents can see. So I know we've covered this in some of the intermediate sessions, but I do get a lot of questions about promos, naming convention, all that kind of stuff. So I thought I'd spend a couple minutes on it here today. Jen's top tips for reading the promo page. If there's an advisory, you don't have to look at it. It either means it's not applicable to our client or it's going to be automatically applied. So for really fun reasons, when we offer a 50% off deposit, it's got to have a code that comes with it. You don't have to select that to get it. You can see right here, it says it's going to be automatically applied for your client. So really what we're looking at are our non-refundable promotions, which are typically start with a K and at the top of the screen, if that is what your client is interested in, or we're looking at our refundable promotions. And I wish I could squish them all together, but you know, the alphabet isn't working that way for me here. So last tip of the day, again, is if it's not applicable to your client, you're not gonna be able to select it. So our big promos that we're looking at right here are up to 50% off for Plus, up to 50% off for Standard, which is the promo that we have our clients right on right now. And then we have down here up to 50% off for Premier. So we can select it, we can save and continue. We get our notice that tells us all the wonderful things that are included or any restrictions. And then when we get back to this screen, I always like to look at the category list. I want to see all my options, not just the one meta. So that takes me to my BE balcony right here. I can save and continue. Haven't changed anything yet. It's just going to give me my pricing. And here again, we have that $79.25.40, same price we saw when we used the promo code PREM2 to upgrade our clients using offer code. So that's a quick 25 minutes in the world of Princess Answers and Polar Online. I'm just going to flip back to Princess Answers and make sure I haven't missed any of my favorite pages to show you guys. And then I'm going to skip over to the chat and see if the team's got any questions that they want to throw out to me, or if there are any other things that we want to demo in our last few minutes here together. I've talked about Princess Glossary. I think that's a fantastic page if you're not sure where to go. Princess Answers, tips. If you're having trouble navigating Princess Answers, and I will give you guys a sneak peek, we do have upgrades coming to our knowledge base. We're so excited. We're going to be able to search faster, better, incorporate some artificial intelligence. It may sound like a lot of automation, and it is, but it's intended to make it super easy and fast for both you and me and all of our folks on the phone and in chat to find the answers that we need really quickly. So this tips page can help you for now. It can tell you how to save articles to favorites, which I went over, how to give feedback, how to search in an article. I use this one all the time. If it's a really long article and I just want to get to the word that I know is important, I use Control F to get there. And then we also have emails that you can send out from Princess Answers to your client if it's a form that they need to fill out, which I think is a really helpful tip. All right, with that, I'm going to turn it over to the team in the chat and see, are there any questions in the chat that I haven't touched on or that anyone would like me to demo or address?
Could you address inquiry mode showing how to cancel a guest off of a booking?
I would love to
see what the penalties would be before they actually remove that guest.
Yes, and my booking is too far out to show penalties, but I think that I can still give you a good demo. So stand by, please. Let me see. And if I can't do a good demo on this one, I will create a booking. I'll do a video and create a booking that's in penalty and demo the query mode, and I will send it to my colleagues at Expedia so that it can be shared with the team. I'm going to write that down. Okay, so first thing that we have here is view passenger cancel fees. And this is after we have canceled a booking. Right now, no cancel fees, so just a helpful tool, not in query mode. So once we enter query mode, we are going to go to booking information. All right, here we are. So booking information, we have, let me remember the names. We have experienced and inexperienced cruiser. So we're going to go ahead and cancel inexperienced cruiser. Cancel. And save it. So now we scroll down and we see we have only one person here. Now you can add another one on, or we could just look at the cancel fees. So we had inexperienced cruiser is who we canceled. no cancellation penalties. If there were cancellation penalties, it would show the breakdown here. Cruise, let's say we're in 50% penalty. It would show the cruise fee here, any package cancellation fees, all of the air, it's all here. We could also add another guest on. Sorry, guys, I've got to go to booking information to do that. I'm going to put her birthday in later. All right, so I added this replacement cruiser, and I always demo guest number 2, guys, and the feedback that I've got is, can you do it for guest number 1? Absolutely 100%. You could do the same exercise for guest number 1. It doesn't have to be number 2, and I will try and remember that for my future presentations. Okay, so got kicked out, but that's okay. I know how to get back to my booking. And we're going to see that everything is back to normal. So I happened to add that guest in query mode, got a little hiccup. We've got, so here we are, experienced cruisers. And now it's my opportunity to delete the first guest under booking information. Sorry, guys, clicked the wrong tab. Okay, so we've canceled them and we can view our cancel fees. And again, there's not going to be any cancel fees because we're so far out. I picked a 2024 sailing. So that can be incredibly helpful. Once we get out of query mode, we're exactly back to where we want to be. You can add your guest in and get a price on that. You could add if you're outside a penalty period, you can just cancel and add the guest in at the bottom of the booking information page. And it's super simple, and I hope nobody waits on hold for us to do that kind of function that, you know, takes you. I'm silly because I'm in the contact center, but actually time, how long does it take me to log in? How long does it take me to get to my booking? It's like 30 to 60 seconds to get into your booking, probably another 30 seconds or so, maybe 60 seconds to make sure you get all the spelling correct, and you're done. Even if we're answering the phone lickety split, you still got to listen to, you know, a minute of our wonderful phone IVR telling you all the options that you have to choose from. And then when one of our agents comes on the line, they're going to greet you. They're going to ask your name, get your booking number, verify the dates, make sure that we are all talking about the same thing. So it does actually take longer when you call into the contact center than if you use this particular tool. Now, that being said, if you have something complex, 100% we want you to call in, because we are working to train up more team on helping with Polar Online. So if you have a question, we have a bigger group of people that can, you know, help tell you where it is. And we're constantly trying to rebuild our tools and tips and tricks to make it even easier for you to get to what you need to online. And that way we can answer the phone really quickly when you can't do it online or it's complicated. And I know we're running over, but Pam, are there any other burning questions in the chat you think we should answer? Otherwise, we will thank everyone for their quick time today.
The only other question that I just saw pop up is, does query mode work on Easy Air?
Query mode does not.
Yes.
That's a great question. It may work on canceling Easy Air, but can I take that one away, please? And let me say exactly what it does for Easy Air, and then get it back out along with, I think I promised another demo with a penalty on it. Thank you all so much for your time today. Thank you, Princess Partner Support, for being with us. And we look forward to seeing you guys on one of these again in the future.